Research Shows podcast.
And everything like that. So getting back to a father, I look at the end results.
Right.
Bottom line, you can say what you want. Look at the fruit.
Mm-hmm.
When we have women that are raising our children, and then they say, "I'm the mother and the father." Well, you're a good mother. You might be a great mother, but you're a lousy father because you don't bring those skills to the table. There's nothing to be ashamed of. I'm a lousy
Right.
mother. I'm a lousy mother. I'm the worst
Right.
mother in the world. I know that, but I'm damn good at what I do as a father.
Mm-hmm.
And so when daughters see that, they look at their mother, and they look at that mother to see how that mother responds to that father,
Mm-hmm.
that leadership, and that discipline, particularly the discipline. Because
Right.
you won't see many of these girls out here twerking in the street, and they're in their teens, and they're going back home and there's a father in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hell no. You're not seeing these guys out here slinging drugs, a father that's on point, and coming
Right.
home with a father in the house, and now they done bought themselves a car.
Right.
They don't have a job, but they done bought some sneakers. These
Right.
expensive sneakers and stuff like that. Father say, where you get that money from, boy?
Right.
Show me your W-2. Show me your pay stub. Oh,
Right.
I don't know what you're doing, but you better not come back in here with none of that stuff until you show me you got a job, or you can go out there and live on the streets now.
Right.
Bottom line, there's no questions. We're not going to negotiate.
Right.
I'm not having that in my house. You're not bringing that into my home.
Right.
And when men stand up like that, so that the children don't have any choice. So when I see people, young people in particular, out there doing certain things and disrespecting themselves, I can point out, you don't have a father at home. You didn't have a father now. When you're disrespecting yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody, but so I'm gonna, a lot of this stuff I'm going to get into it in segments on fatherish, because we need to talk about these things and put some things on the table that are real. I'm always going to look at the fruit. Always, you can say to me what you want to say. We can talk, but I'm always going to point you back to the fruit. And if you can't show me where that's working, then it's moot. Your points
Right.
are invalid. And we have to start getting back, because this world now, it's not on the evidence, not evidence-based. It's feelings-based. It's emotions.
Mm-hmm.
And so if we can get back to, and that's where the father comes in. My son comes in and he's crazy. He's having problems. He's not crazy, but he's having bullies and all. Tell me the story. What's going on? Okay, I'm not gonna have you go out there and fight 10 guys. If one guy's picking on you, okay, you got to stand up for yourself.
Right.
And when they come at you, I'm not there. No one's there. The teacher's not there. You're gonna have to keep people off of you. At some point, you have to keep people off of you. Now, I'm not saying, if you got to learn how to box, that's fine. Karate, that's fine. Or if you got to give them a quick kick to the groin, whatever you got to do to get them up, kick them in the knee, you got to keep them off you. First, you got to get them off so they know they're not just going to walk over you. Then you
Right.
after that, and you say, don't fight. You say, protect yourself. Protect yourself. By all means, if they hit you a certain way, that don't mean you got to tap them back. But these are things just to, I'm not telling you go out there fight and beat up everybody. Protect yourself. Protect yourself. And the mother
Right.
says, well, okay, well, I'm going to tell the teacher. I'm going to tell the teacher. We're going to go through all that stuff first. And then we'll see what happens. But then when it comes to that point, but that's not working. But, and I got your back. I got your back. I'm not going to go in there and say, well, yeah, he was on. I told him. I told him to do that. He's done that because I told him to do that. So if you got problems with me, stand behind me, son. I got this. I'm going to deal with it. He don't have to explain nothing. I told him to do it. Now how are we going to handle this? If it happens tomorrow, he's going to do it again. So how are you going to keep him off of my son, my daughter? That's your job.
I know, right?
He's safe. He's safe. Then I can handle the rest. We need that. Our children need to see us standing up, not kowtowing and scraping and bowing. We have to stand for them so that they know I can trust this person. I can move the way this person tells me to move, and they've got my back, and they've got that coverage. Right. And the school's not going to do. They're going to do this. No, I'm taking my child out then, but I'm not having my child go through that. I'm going to protect my child. So
right, absolutely.
That's important because I know, your mother used to come up to the school and she would give them what they needed. We all were together, and it wasn't, she's like you. You take after your mother. She's going to tell you what's on her mind, and she's going to give it to you from the chest. She's not going to
Right.
be, well, I think we know. It's
Right.
loud and clear. And that's why we were
Right.
able to accomplish things in that school,
Yeah.
because they were wrong. We had to let them know that we knew they were wrong, and this has
Right.
got to change. So those are the things we need. And fathers, it's like natural for us because we're going to protect our cubs. So we're going to talk to fathers. We're going to talk to mothers in those scenarios. And to get back to that question again, it's mother. You have to open up. And if you want that father to be in your child's life, then you have to take all the obstacles away from that father being in that child's life. If he's not giving you money for child support, that's okay, fine. Because if you're letting that money get in the way of that father who wants to be with their child, and that child wants their father, and they might not even know it until they give it their father, and then they feel that love, and yeah, he might be the good person. He may be the one taking them to McDonald's and taking them to the pool and all that kind of stuff. But it's that interaction. It's not just the pool. It's not just the toys. It's that interaction with their father. So then that father can start to, at first, I want to be around. I don't want to show my worst side. I don't want to be just disciplined when I'm only getting on 1 weekend a month. So I don't want to show that. But I've got to at least show my child, that I'm a good person, because I don't know, like you said, I don't know what that mother's telling my child. So I don't know.
And you'll believe the mother. You'll believe the mother first. So, and that could be difficult. Lord have mercy, because it was so many times I'd be like, oh my God.
So the more say I'm a father. So the more that mother lets me around my child, then I don't have to focus so much on proving that I'm a good person. Now I can really start implementing some discipline, talking to them about some things that they're doing, because it's not all just discipline. We have some fun, just that. Hey, what's going on? Yeah, my mother says, "You're wrong, son. You're wrong, daughter. You shouldn't say that. No, your mother's just trying to do this, that, and other." Now I can be an advocate for you. When you're having a hard time, I can be your advocate. Another voice outside you.
That takes foresight. Some people just don't have that, where they could see some people just see right now and what I need to happen right now. So maybe they need to interfere with you and your new spouse, or maybe they need to just make you hurt, like how they feel as though you hurt them. And I believe that's the motivation behind sometimes when women behave in that way. I really believe they just can't see distance,
the solutions are there. And this goes back, we're still talking about on this one-to-one level. The solution is the level above. It's the wisdom of the parents. They don't seek that wisdom. You don't know, that's old school. No. You've seen it. You've seen enough children where you see them act this way when they're young. See that child's going to be a handload right there. They're going to, because they've got that personality. You see it. You've seen it before. You know what that turns into. You've seen it from 3, 5, 7, 15. You went to school with those kind of people, 20, and you saw how they wound up. So now you can look at a child, my grandchildren, and I can say, oh, yeah, I saw that. Little Rob was like that. Yeah, I see that coming. He's going to be 7. I'm going to nip that off here. This is what you do, Don. You go over there, you deal with him this way, and watch what happens. Watch what happens.
Right.
We don't go and seek that wisdom from particularly our fathers, because discipline, that's our specialty. That's what we do, And so go to the person that has the expertise. And you will, as a mother, single mother, you will be asked to conform. If you don't have that father in your life, then you're going to have to adjust. You're going to have to learn these skills.
Yeah, that's true.
About your child.
Yeah, that's true. Because I know my husband kept telling me with the oldest, he said, I don't care how much you talk to you blue in the face. He gonna do what he want to do when he want to do it. So you might as well just let it happen, let him figure it out for himself. And Umar kept saying this for years, and I was just like, whatever, because I know, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
For years. Yeah, I said
I know my child better than you.
Yeah, this was years. And then after a while, I was like, I figured it out on my own. So he waiting for me to figure it out on my own. I was like, F this. Yeah, you know everything. You right. The teenager, you know everything. And he was like, right, I've been told you that. Now, he said, just stay out of his way while he doing what he doing. Just stay out the way. Let him finish.
Right. It's painful. It's painful to see a child go through that.
Yeah.
But if they won't listen, you're better off give them free reign and let them learn on their own. And because that goes back to what I'm saying as a father, I have a vision from where my son, where my daughter, is going to go. And it's not necessarily I want my child to be a doctor or anything like that. I want them to be respectful, self-sustaining, being able to make decisions, things like that. But if I can't get them to do that, then they're going to have to fall on their face and be who they, how can I say it? Let them be who they create, the person they create. And then hopefully they'll come back and be willing to, hey, I want to get back on track. Sometimes they get over there and they don't see how they can come back. And it hurts. As a parent, it hurts to see your child. And they're going to go through it tomorrow. You know what's coming for them. I had one of the people I consult come to me, and he got a call from his, and I hate to, I'm getting ready to say something. I hate to hear parents say, I'm a baby daddy. I'm a baby mama. No, you have a child now. Either it's a son or a daughter. That's my daughter's mother. If you don't want to say her name, that's fine. That's my son's father. Don't say my baby daddy, because now it's an abstract. It's a baby. You're not pointing that this is my son. This is my daughter. And your child hears that.
Right.
Right? I'm somebody's baby. I'm not a daughter. I'm not a son. They don't revere me in that way. And the words that we use to our children, about our children that they hear, has great impact on their self-value and self-worth. So yeah, so his child's mother called him and said, your grandson, someone just came to me and told me that this person came to them and was looking for your grandson, and said, you know where he is? And the person knew who it was and where he was, and he said, no, I don't know that person. Then they went to the grandmother and told the grandmother, hey, such and such is looking for your grandson, and your grandson broke into the house and pulled a gun on this person's wife, and robbed the place and threatened her and then left. So if that person is going on the street themselves looking for their grandson, harm is coming their way. They're looking to harm that person. All right. And for this client, that's his grandson. And he knows, he's like, man, the next call I get, I'm expecting it to be my ex's calling me saying that he's dead. And they're in that position. He's already tried to talk to him previously, but he's at the point now where he's just going to do what he wants to do. And he thinks and so many young guys don't believe that they're going to live past 21 or 25, and they live it out. So I don't care what happens. I'm going to do this and enjoy as much now. The hell with everything else. And instead of understanding that, hey, you can curb that. Yeah, you can, because they don't know what their options are. They don't know. So that's what I want to do. And the people that, I interview and bring on, and anything I can present to people to kind of give insight into what's going on with our young people and how we can be better fathers, how single mothers can make sure that their children have what they're missing from their fathers, and make sure that it's presented to them, whether it's through counseling, whether it's through Boys and Girls Club. But you need a man in that place. Another woman who has a son or a daughter is not going to be the best advice. They're going to tell you what they know, but men have been successful in bringing up boys and girls to create the society that now we're wishing we could get back to. We wish our children would respect us, respect one another, and so that's because we don't have a man. And with those people who are determined to be independent, those women who are determined to be independent, I first thing is they're selfish, but particularly when you have children. So, and I'm not saying that, I'm saying that hopefully that they can identify that and they can be more loving and caring. Like the women, when we grew up, we knew our aunts and our grandmothers, they would scold you and tell you this, that, and the other, tell you you're wrong and this, that, and the other. But then when they tell grandpa or tell daddy, and then daddy would come in, swoop in, didn't it? Mommy didn't keep it a secret. Oh no, because they saw their child was going wrong. Mommy came in the back room because that's where mom and dad, That's when we negotiate. When we get with the children, we got difference of opinions. We go back in our bedrooms or in a car someplace, and we talk about. You don't say I'm wrong in front of the children. I don't say you're wrong in front of the children. If you say something first, I'm going with you in front of the children. Now, when we get in private, we're going to talk about it. Okay, so how are we going to make this switch now? Well, I done told them one thing already. Okay, well, you need to be the one to go back and kind of switch it up.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not like I'm coming in and I'm saying something else, dominating it. No, we working this together. So I'm giving you the power to go in, save face, show your strength. It's, hey, look, I changed my mind. I thought about it. And now, because they're dealing with you.
Right.
So they know you're going to do the right thing. You're going to adjust and think. This is how you create those kind of scenarios between a couple.
Yeah, because they don't need to be a part of every conversation. It was a lot of conversations. I'd be like, get out. Like both the children, just get out, because you don't need to even know what's about to happen right now.
It's grown folks stuff.
Right. It's automatic. Just get out.
You see, and families don't do that. A lot of single women don't do that. They have the child sitting right there.
Yeah, they don't need to be privy to every conversation. And even adults, you wouldn't have a certain adult in every single conversation which you conduct business or whatever. So, the children, it's not necessary for them to know every single detail of every single thing. It's not necessary, especially when y'all are coming to an agreement. All right, so before we close this out, I want you to tell everybody the name again of your podcast. How can they contact you, and then give like a roundabout where you think this is going to start? When are you going to launch this podcast?
Well, I'm working on I'm working with this company, and they're helping me to set up my podcast and my site. And you might have heard of it. It's called the Research Department. And they're great. I love working with them.
Yes, of course.
So I've in talking to you, and I need to up my game as far as technology. I'm sitting up here with an iPhone. As you see it, iPhone 7. So I just ordered another phone. So no one is wearing this equipment I can tech up, so that I can be mobile with it. And so it's the name of it is Fatherich.
Okay.
And it's at Empowerment Media. It's my YouTube page. I've got some other things on there I've been dabbling before, but I'm going to give a lot of that. And I'm looking probably, if not next week, today's Monday. If not next week, it'll be the week after. But I'm shooting for next week to have my launch.
Excellent,
so
excellent.
I'm looking for people to join me and respond. Give me your ideas. This is just, I'm going through my experiences and things that have worked. I'm no expert on it, but I'm wisdom is valuable. So I'm just going to share some of that, and you can share your wisdom with me, and hopefully we can help our single mothers. We can help our young ladies and young men who are not even thinking about it, going out here having sex unprotected and just like I say shooting up the club, doing all kind of stuff. There's a responsibility, and those families who are having those need those adjustments between the father and the mother, so that those children can grow up and have a better chance of really becoming everything that and reach their potential. Because that's the goal. Parent, you want your children to reach their potential, and so people like yourself who are honest and open and sharing their stories, because it's not a cakewalk. It's not easy. There's no roadmap for it. But if you can be a better parent through my experiences, and I can learn something from your techniques, then our children are the ones who wind up better. Because this world, they're coming after our children. They're coming after our children's minds and how they think. And fathers standing guard, mothers are standing guard, and we're out front. So you can reach me at Empowerment Media, and that is spelled M, and that M is for me, capital M, capital P, OWER, capital MEANT. So we're Empowerment Media. Capital MEDIA. It doesn't have to be all uppercase and lowercase like that, but it can all be all uppercase and lowercase. But it's Empowerment Media at gmail.com.
Okay.
And, I'm really looking forward to it, and I'm looking to have a lot of fun. And let's get this thing done.
And then that's the YouTube channel, right? It's called Empowerment Media as well, right?
Empowerment Media. That's the YouTube channel. Yes.
Excellent. So I'm gonna have it when I edit it. I'm gonna have it underneath for this, and then so that means I'm probably going to just put you ahead of everybody else and have you air on what's today on Thursday, so that way you could use it and I could, exactly, so that it'll be ready for next week. So before we close out,
you're gonna send me this so I can put it up.
Oh, of
course. This can be one of the first projects, the first podcast.
Oh, yeah. I'll send it in a different format so it'll be easy for you. Okay, so everybody, before we close out, don't forget we do these episodes, which is My 2 Cents daily, 12 p.m. Eastern, then 4 p.m. Eastern on Thursdays. We interview the entrepreneurs, which is where you'll see this aired. And then 6 a.m. Mondays, we do a whole lot of different things. We talk about a lot of different things with a lot of different collaborators. Don't forget, we are on most streaming platforms. If you want to be a guest, if you want to listen, if you want to make a comment, just go straight to the research departments with an S.com. Click on Research Shows Podcast. You can also catch this on the app under I Am Don Williams. So everybody have a wonderful day on purpose.
Thank you, Don. Love you.